Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I am Delana Jones, and I want to welcome you back to Heartflow. Yes, to Heartflow. Yes, this is an amazing day. I'm so excited about today. I pray that something is said that will uplift you, that will encourage you, and that will give you tools so that you can face the obstacles that you are going to encounter on this week. Today, I want to talk to you about Good Times. Yes, Good Times. The sitcom, actually not like actual good times like Let's Party, but the sitcom. This sitcom was filmed back in 1994 to around 1979. I believe they only had like 6 seasons or something like that. It starred Esther Rolls, John Amos, Jimmy Walker, Ralph Carter, Janet Du Bois, and Bernadette Stans. I believe I named most of the main characters. Which most people also know them best as Florida Evans, James Evans, JJ, which was James Jr., um, Michael Evans, Thelma Evans, and Walona Woods, which was their neighbor. Even though she was not a part of the family, she was a very, very, very close friend and a neighbor that lived right down the hallway from them. The show took place in inner city Chicago. It has a backdrop of the projects. It is addressing a lot of issues that were going on then, and for what I understand, it's still going on now, even today in Chicago, if not even more so. They address poverty, inadequate housing, drugs, drug usage, as well as the drug dealers' gang activity, unemployment, the importance of education, dreams, goals. They talked about discrimination in the workplace, based on race and gender. And one thing else about this family that I really liked is that they celebrated victories, and they also addressed the tragedies of life. One thing in particular I want to talk about today is the episode, and I'm pretty sure all of those of you that have watched the show, you remember this episode when as soon as I say it, is the episode when James died. During this episode, prior to them getting the news that he died, James had left the family in Chicago to go to Mississippi. He found a good job there, and they was going to be paying him so much a week. I think it was like 500 a week or something like that. It was really, really good. And they were going to wait for him to send for them. So he went down there and was going to get everything established, find him somewhere to live, save a little money to make sure they had furniture and all of those things. And they had everything on track. They had got the notice of saying, "Hey, I got y'all covered. Come on to Mississippi. I'm finally gonna move y'all out of the ghetto." Well, they were having a going away party, and the music was playing, and all their friends were there to say goodbye. Walona was getting ready to cry because she was like, "I'm gonna miss your flow. I'm gonna miss all you kids," and she's just, kind of tore up because those are her best friends, those are her family, and they're leaving her. And they get a telegram. Somebody knocks at the door, hands a telegram, and she's all excited. She's like, "Guys, it's from James." So she reads the telegram and she says, "I regret to inform you that," and she stops. And immediately, they realize that James has died. He's killed in an auto accident. And at that moment, everybody in the whole place just went silent. The second part, I believe that was the first half of the show. And then it comes back in with episode, I think part two. And they're having the funeral. And at the funeral, we're not at the funeral. They're coming back home from the funeral. They just got through burying him and everything. And Florida is laughing and joking and talking with everybody. And, even though, she's hurt, even though she's not expressing it and not saying it, she's obviously avoiding the grief and avoiding the pain that she's feeling. She goes into the kitchen and she's cleaning up, and everybody's, kissing her goodbye. They bringing her hams and turkeys and all of that kind of stuff. And, she's, "Hey, everybody, this, and remember when James did this, and remember when James did this," and she's laughing and talking. And everybody gets ready to leave and she's cleaning up the kitchen and she's like, well, I guess there's nothing else left to do but to, get to cleaning up this mess. And she starts cleaning up stuff and wiping stuff down, and the kids are looking at her. They're like, but mom, mom, and they're worried. They're like, mom hasn't grieved yet. She hasn't cried. She hasn't said anything. And so they're really concerned about her. And she's just going on throughout life, no matter how she's feeling. And even though she's feeling in her soul and her spirit, she's feeling sorrow. And I'm sure she's feeling a whole lot of grief. She just keeps on moving, and she grabs this punch bowl and she gets ready to go to the cabinet and puts it up. And when she turns to go to the cabinet, she stops and then she takes it up high and she throws it down. And she goes, damn, damn, damn. And people laugh about that moment. Now they laugh. But when you watch the show and you listen to the emotions and the hurt that comes out of her damn, you can feel her. And it's not a laughing matter, because in her damn, she is frustrated. She's aggravated. She's angry. She's very, very angry. She feels like she's cursed in that moment. And the show goes off. And I noticed on that episode that there was no song at the end. Every time I've watched Good Times, there's always that just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. It's always this, this thing of saying, even though I'm looking at bad stuff or stuff that don't look good, good times. Anytime you need a payment, good times. Anytime you need a friend, good times. It's always this really good outlook on life. And that episode, it was nothing. It was just dead silence. It went off with just the credits that ran across the screen, and then it just went off. There was nothing. And I thought about that episode. I've been thinking about this episode all weekend, and it really made me think about life and how, out of all the things that they've been through, the moment that she actually says the word damn was the only moment that there was nothing else to say good times about. And so today I want to tell you, don't let the damn stop you. Don't let the damn stop you. And in this reference, damn means the aggravation. Don't let the anger, the obstacles that come in your life, don't let it stop you. A damn by definition is an expression of anger. It's an expression of frustration, of disapproval, or a feeling of punishment or of attack, or a feeling of being cursed or condemned. And it also means an obstruction or a congestion, a block, or something that provides restraint or a barrier that's prevented to keep the flow of water or materials from going from one place to another. Some of you all are in a situation kind of like Florida Evans. You're trying to move on through life, and even though you're feeling where tragedy is struck in your life, you may have lost a job, or you may have lost a loved one, or things are just not going right for you right now. You're looking for promotions and they're just not there right now. And you're almost at your damn point. You're almost at your breaking point. You're almost at the point where you're getting ready to just throw it all down and just call it quits. But I'm here to tell you right now to don't let the damn stop you. It was significant to me about how Florida Evans grabbed that punch bowl, because that punch bowl meant a lot to her. Anybody that followed the show will tell you that punch bowl was like one of her fine china type things. She didn't have a lot in the in in her situation. They lived in the ghetto, so they didn't have a lot of money. So that punch bowl was major for her. That was like the fine china. She broke that out whenever they had a major party or a special occasion. If James got a job, but when he graduated from school to be a foreman, of a heavy lifting foreman or something like that, they broke out that punch bowl. They decorated the house, and that punch bowl was always sitting right there on every episode. But for her to take what she cherished the most and pick it up and throw it down and express anger and express frustration. It reminded me of how we do in life. We have those dreams that are on the inside of us, or even a business plan that we're holding in our hands. And we are frustrated to the point to where we're like, you know what? Just forget it all. And we're throwing it all down. But I'm here to say today to tell you, don't let the damn stop you. Don't allow an obstacle or frustration or anger to cause you to throw everything away, everything that you work so hard for, the very thing that you hold dear to your heart, your passions, your ideas, your thoughts. Don't let that go to waste. Don't let it shatter to the ground just like that punch bowl did. She can never put that punch bowl back together. No matter how much super glue or gorilla glue that she uses, it will never ever come back together. So I'm here to tell you, hold on to your dreams and hold on to your hope. Because even though after that episode, it may appear bleak, there was no song or there was nothing. But on the very next episode, they kept right on living. They kept right on moving. As a matter of fact, the show came on again and there was a song. Good times. Anytime you meet a payment. Good times. Anytime you need a friend. Good times. Anytime you're out from under, which meaning I may not be above and I may not be beneath, but I'm out from under. So anytime I'm in that medium spot, it may not look like it's good, but I'm still out from under. So good times. Anytime I'm not getting hassled and not getting hustled, that means I got a moment of peace. Good times. I'm keeping my head above water. I'm not drowning. I'm out here treading water. Good times. I'm making a wave when I can, which meaning I'm making an impact. I'm doing something different whenever I can. I may not have a lot. I may not have it all together right now, but I'm still making a wave when I can. Temporary layoffs. Good time. Because see, in that temporary layoff, they didn't see layoff like we would normally see. In this time, I'm laid off from my job. They see temporary. So they're looking at the fact that maybe and soon somebody's going to call me back. Maybe and soon I'm going to get a letter in the mail that's going to tell me come back to work. So they saw the temporary in the layoff and they still said good times. They said easy credit rip-offs. They may have ripped me off for my credit, but guess what? Good times. Scratching and surviving. Most people look at that and they say that's not a good thing to scratch and survive through life. But guess what? They were happy that they had something to scratch in order for them to survive. So good times. Hanging in a chow line. Some of y'all may not know what a chow line is. A chow line is a place where you go to get you something to eat. That's where you went got your cheese from. That's where you got your bread from, your milk from. I may have not been able to go to the grocery store like everybody else, but guess what? I'm able to go and get something from somewhere. So guess what? Good times. Ain't we lucky we got them? Good times. When you look at that list of things, you don't see where all of those things are good times. But they always looked at the silver lining that's around the cloud. They looked at the end of the rainbow where there was supposed to be gold and said, if I just keep on trucking, eventually I'm going to have something great. Eventually I'm going to have something good. So I came here today just to tell you to speak good, even when it doesn't look good or doesn't feel good. Because whatever you call it, that's what it's going to be. They call temporary layoffs good time because they understood that just like when God paraded all the animals in front of Adam and he told them to name them, he said, but so basically whatever he named them, that's what it was called. When he looked at the owl, he said, oh, that's an owl. He looked over here and he said, that's a cow. He looked over here and he said, you know what? That's going to be a bumblebee, because everything that he called it, that he named it, that's what it was called. So when you look at your situation and you see a temporary layoff, you see a loss of your house, say, guess what? Good times. God is setting me up for greater. So I've lost that 2-bedroom apartment, and guess what? God is going to bless me with another house. So guess what? When I look at that housing that I lost, when I look at that car that I lost, instead of me saying I lost my Tempo, my Ford Tempo, I don't know if they make those no more. But I lost my forward tempo. Instead, I'm going to say, don't worry about it. All this doing is creating me a space to get me a Mercedes Benz. I lost me a 2-bedroom apartment, but it's creating a space for me to get a 3-bedroom apartment. I lost that job where I was making minimum wage, but it's creating a space for me to make my own business so that I'm calling my own shots. I work when I want to, and I hire who I want to hire. I make my own decisions based on my life. So I'm here to tell you right now to don't let the dam stop you. Don't let nothing stop the flow of your water. Don't let it stop the flow of your materials, because God has some blessings that he wants to get to you. He has some things that he's trying to get to you. And if you throw it down all right now in this season, don't throw it down, because God is getting ready to open up heaven. He's getting ready to allow mantles to fall down on some people. He's getting ready to allow some miracles to take place, some healings to take place at the hands of us, at the hands of God's prophets. Things are going to be spoken into existence. And I'm here to tell you right now to don't let the dam stop you. No matter how you feel, no matter what you feel, you keep speaking good times over your life. I am completely and utterly over my time at this moment. If something has been said that has encouraged you, or if you know somebody that needs to hear good times, then I want you to share it with your friends, share it with your followers, share it with your enemies. Just share, 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 share. And I will see you all next week. I am Delana Jones, and this has been Heartflow.